In the last 30 days, I built the Shopify store from scratch that is now on track to make over $40,000 a month. And let me give you a refresh so you can tell I'm not faking. And I'm going to be breaking down every single step from picking the product to building the site, launching ads, scaling, and even all the mistakes I made so you don't have to make them, so you can literally just copy this entire video. I'm 21 years old in my last 2 semesters of college, and when I started Ecom 3 or 4 years ago, I had less than $500 in my bank account. I didn't have a team, I didn't have funding, all I had was my laptop, some time, and a plan. And I was never a straight A student, so trust me, if I can do this and make it work, you can too. So first you're going to need a product to sell, and the thing you need to understand, and I wish someone told me when I first started, is that there's no such thing as an unsaturated product. You're not going to reinvent the wheel. People stress so hard about trying to find some magical hidden product that no one's selling, when that just doesn't exist. What actually matters is the marketing angle and finding a gap in your competitor's marketing. If a product is already selling and validated, that means it works, so you just need to approach it a little bit differently. Look at how other brands are advertising and ask yourself, where's the gap? What angles haven't been hit yet, and how can I hit it? Now that can mean changing the audience or focusing on a specific benefit other people are ignoring, or creating a completely different vibe in the content. And I built my store on a super saturated product, and all I did was market it differently than my competitors. And instead of dominating right now, I'm just taking a small piece of the pie, but that's how you win in 2025. You don't win by reinventing the wheel, but by marketing the wheel better. So once you have your product, you're going to need a store that actually converts. And I'll be real, this part used to take me forever. But around a year ago, I found an app on Shopify called Atlas AI, and it speeds up the process so much. It builds your entire website for you, homepage, product page, writes all the copy, and even generates all your product photos in a matter of minutes. All you do here is go on AliExpress or Alibaba, find your product link, and paste it in there. And instead of spending hours designing these pages, I spent that time thinking about my offer and the brand story, things that actually drive conversions. And as you can see here with my website, the key is to keep it clean and focused, no clutter, big, bold headlines, a clear call to action, a bunch of social proof. You can see all my reviews. I have a simple checkout. People overcomplicate this step, but your website should feel just like one long argument for why you should buy the product. Now moving on to step 3, launching ads, and here's where most people mess up. They overcomplicate this part and they try to go viral immediately or something. And I actually haven't even used a single video ad for my brand yet. Every ad I'm using is AI generated image ads. And I'm actually doing that with this prompt sheet I built, which is only available in my Discord. It's super in-depth and it allows me to generate dozens of scroll stopping images really fast. And that matters a lot because speed is everything when testing. And my launch strategy is pretty simple. I run multiple image creatives at a low budget. I track which ones hit the best click-through rate, lowest CPAs, and then I kill the losers and I scale the winners, and I just put out a bunch of volume. You don't really need any fancy ad tricks. You just got to put out volume. And the more creative angles you test, the faster you find out what works and the faster you can scale. And speaking of that, let's move on to step 4, which is scaling. Everyone thinks that once you get sales, scaling is like some secret skill or it's super hard. It's actually not. The hard part is finding winning creatives, but once you have them, it's literally just about putting out more of what's already working for you. Increasing budgets, duplicate ad sets, try new audience, launch lookalikes, but keep the same winning creatives running. And once again, volume, 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 especially when running image ads, that's going to be the biggest thing. And this is how I scaled to over $40,000 a month so quickly. I wasn't reinventing the strategy every day. I was just multiplying what was already converting for me. And that's really it. Those are the exact steps I use to go from $0 to $40,000 a month. I try to keep it super simple and leave out all the fluff like all these gurus online that are feeding you a bunch of BS. This is actually what's working for me right now in the blueprint that I'm using. So I'm just giving it to you guys. You're welcome. And if you found this helpful, I'd appreciate it if you hit subscribe, like, comment, because I'm breaking down even bigger case studies next. And if you want my AI image ad prompt sheet, it's in my Discord. I'll link it in the bio. And I'm also going to link my private supplier that I use. Just because I'm not gatekeeping anything. And yeah, that's pretty much it, boys. Drop a like, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next.